Hello everyone, CyberClips here, and we are back for more Star Ocean 2, the second story. And we are heading to the second field, the Field of Power, which is literally right across from the city giveaway that we went to in the last video. I'm just gonna make sure that everyone is all good. Yep. Let's go. As you can see, it's a giant mountain. Yikes! The rune codes. Is this the Field of Power? What a big mountain. It's a little cold, darlings. Oh, yeah, right. Celine's not too much of a fan of the cold with her lack of clothes. There's no point in complaining. Come on, let's climb. Well spoken, Rena. We have to climb this big-ass mountain all the way to the top. So let's do it.
Here's the enemy.
Be careful. Sword bomber!
Now, in this dungeon, I really like to start spamming the magic. So you're going to see a lot of spells repeated over and over and over. And I'm going to apologize in advance for that, but I really do need to use the strongest spells, or else you can really get your butt kicked. Hence why it's called the Field of Power, because the enemies are pretty strong. Not Field of Love strong, but strong. And as you can see, Rena got... I can't remember if I showed you guys this or not, but Rena has her strongest attack now, which is the Star Flare. It works pretty well.
They were weak.
Which way shall we go? There's 3 paths. 2 going up and 1 to the right. Let's go to the one to the right.
Here comes the enemy.
When did you...
First
Oh! Yeah, those bastard knights like to block a lot. And they like to throw their swords and hit you multiple times. These are the types of enemies that if they surround you, one on each side, then you're pretty much in trouble. That's why it's good. It's really good to have Rena or Noelle, because they're both healers, in your party at this time. But since we don't have Noelle, it's just Rena. And Rena is a very good healer who can pull us through.
They were weak.
Alright, let's see what's through this cave. I actually don't remember the exact way this dungeon is supposed to go, so we're probably going to be doing a little bit of backtracking as we go through the dungeon, but it'll help us kind of get our bearings and connect. Now, these kinds of battles in this dungeon are very annoying, because what you're trying to do is, you see the switch in the back? I guess you can't see it right now, but there's a switch that we have to guard. And if any one of those monsters gets to the end where that red switch is, right behind Celine, then you lose the battle. And a giant wall will block the way so that you can't go through there. And we would have to basically take the long way around, which would suck. So what I do in order to win these battles is I basically spam the magic. Same as all the other battles, but more so in this battle. Kill them as fast as you can. Use your strongest spells. Make sure that your fighters that use killer moves don't push them forward. And I consider this basically a race. Just kill them as fast as you can. And it can take quite a bit to kill them, so you might want to be careful. I gotta say, at this point, I don't think I'm that over-leveled. Maybe a little bit, but the battle difficulty makes up for it. Magic, one after the other, The exact second that the bar goes away, I do the next spell. Because that's the fastest way that you can kill them.
Sword bomber!
And I hope they die soon because they are getting to a very they are getting uncomfortably close to where Celine is, and I don't need Celine getting her butt kicked. So come on. Dying anytime now would be nice. Excellent.
Is it already finished?
And we get some pretty good jewels for making stuff with in these battles too, so that's also worth it. It's over here. Another annoying thing about this dungeon is it's big and it's long and it's winding, which means there's lots of detail, which means lots of running, and if it's farther away, then the slower you run, and then the more battles you get into. It's kind of like the long winding paths in the Cave of Red Crystal at the beginning of the disc when we were going to get the Sinners. It has those kinds of long and winding paths. And Bowman is dead. Great. Let's revive him. Vinegar. I don't know where that vinegar smell is coming from. I think it's coming from upstairs. I really love the smell of vinegar though. Do any of you viewers or subscribers like the smell of vinegar? I do. I don't know. It just has this nice strong smell. Although it can really burn your nostrils if it's too strong or if there's too much vinegar. I get that when I'm cleaning. If I clean and you get like this whole, your entire apartment reeks of vinegar, it can really start to burn your nostrils. Okay, come on, Celine. Cure Rena of her paralysis. Yeah, these enemies do cast paralysis. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think they cast stone. I could put paralysis check on them, but I don't think it's worth it. They don't cast paralysis enough for it to really be too much of a problem.
I'm getting something.
It's later dungeons when you really want the stone and paralysis checks equipped. Because if you don't, it's very easy to get killed. Especially in a particular dungeon that I find pretty balls hard. And I will point that out to you guys when we get there. It's a little far off. It's not anytime soon. Okay, Celine, what am I gonna put on you? So hard to choose. It's tough because Celine doesn't need a lot of the battle skills because she's a magic user. Like, as long as you keep her with high MP, make sure her intelligence is high, and use Gale for her speed, make sure her speed is high, then you're pretty good to go with her. Optional, I would say, is, you know, her agility. But she definitely doesn't need any strength increase or anything like that, because she's... You can use her for fighting, but her range is crap and her strength isn't very good. She's definitely not a fighter. So my advice is, if you want to battle with her to get her battle cries, like when you're just fighting, go to a place that has very easy enemies to avoid getting killed. Okay, so let's...
Well, let's do it.
I think I'm just gonna quickly have us... After this battle, I think I'm just gonna quickly... Because there's not really much around here, I might as well go out of the cave. There's no point in you guys seeing me run out. So I'm trying to keep this this video like entertaining, so that, and also kind of like a walkthrough, so that you can sort of get a grasp of where I'm going, what's important to go, what's where. But at the same time, I'm also trying to hurry it up so that it doesn't get boring, right? Sometimes it's all about just timing, figuring out when it's good to cut things, when it's not. There we go. There isn't really much up there anyway. So let's keep on going.
Here's the enemy.
Things will work out.
More guards. These are pretty much the only enemies around here. Are the knights, are the gray knights, the gold knights, which are harder, and those big blue monsters that like to cast paralyze on you and are assholes. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of variety of enemies in this place. I think another thing you guys have noticed, and which I find kind of disappointing, is there are a lot more cutscenes, like, and private... There are a lot more private actions, I guess I should say, in the first disc than there are in the second disc. In the second disc, there's considerably less. I don't know why. I don't know if the programmers just kind of got lazy and said, okay, you know, we gotta hurry this up, like, plenty of games, happen to have happened to them. Like, for example, Xenogears is a perfect example. It got rushed towards the end, and it pretty much fell on its face at the end. But regardless of that, that is still my absolute favorite RPG of all time, and I will be playing it eventually. But this isn't Xenogears, this is Star Ocean 2. This is a totally different game. Totally different feel, totally different characters, gameplay, all that stuff. Okay, Bowman, what am I gonna do with you? Sure, whatever. Bowman needs more intelligence anyway, so that he'll do better moves in battle. Maybe so that he won't let himself get killed. Alright, let's save. And I forgot to cut this out. Sorry, guys. It's always one mistake after another with this game now. Oh, well. I hope you guys are enjoying this anyway, despite all my issues and mistakes. I don't think it hurts the plot too much.
Here comes the enemy.
You can still generally figure out what's going on. Haha. Flip is very handy for these monsters. I'm gone.
Shall we go?
I'm getting something.
You don't want to equip the Chaos or the Bloody Mails because, or helmets or whatever, because those, even though they increase your stats greatly, they're also cursed and they like to suck up your HP. So it's better if you don't equip them and just sell them. They sell for some good money. So stay away from those unless you're looking for an extra challenge. Serene, what am I gonna do with you? Oh, love of animals. Okay, I'll give you the animal training skill. Because what that does is once you master whistling and animal training, you can call a bird to go shopping for you in the middle of a dungeon, and you can buy healing items and stuff, which is very useful if you're in somewhere.
Be careful.
If you're in a very long dungeon and you say you can't get out to get to a store, and it also saves time so that you don't have to leave and go to a store. It makes it so that you're not stuck, which I really like. I think that's a good skill to have. But I don't find it really necessary until the dungeons start getting harder about this point in the game. I wonder how Rena casts Star Flare. Like, it looks like the sun. Like, is she just taking the sun and breaking it apart and having the pieces of the sun all fall onto the enemies? That would really hurt. But then it probably wouldn't be called Star Flare. Is she just pulling stars from the sky? I don't know. Speaking of the sun and the sky and the earth and all that stuff, tonight is a time change. I get one less hour sleep now. It sucks. Because we're getting into the summer hours now. Spring and summer. Ugh, one less hour. Boo! Thumbs up this video if you agree with me. That having one less hour to sleep sucks. Look how dark this place is. It's so eerie. I don't think I'd want to be in a place like this.
Let's take it easy. Things will work out.
But then, I wouldn't exactly be climbing a mountain either. Yeah, let's do something different. I'm getting sick of seeing Star Flare all the time. Boom! 2 birds with 1 stone. Good job, Rena. Oh, Bowman's getting his butt kicked. Ow. See, this is what I mean. These enemies are so annoying. Ah, look, I got a new spell. Restore HP a lot. This is the strongest healing spell that will heal all of your party. It's, this is basically a stronger spell like the Cure All. See?
Is it already finished?
Kind of bugs me that we don't get many experience in this dungeon. Pisses me off. Okay, I thought there was a cave there, but there's not. I haven't actually done this dungeon in a really long time, so Now I'm gonna show you guys something. Actually, I'll show it to you later. Forget it. Never mind. We gotta go around here. So many
Here's
battles.
the enemy.
Things will work out. I think.
Ah, here are the blue monsters.
Whoa, wait a minute.
These guys can be buggers. They're pretty strong. Oh, Claude needs some healing. Claude needs some sexual healing from Rena. Okay, I'll stop that sexual healing joke. I did that a couple of videos ago and it's probably getting annoying now. Don't you hate it when LPers use the same joke over and over and over? And then it starts to get to the point where it's almost expected and then it loses its humor? I don't know, at least that's how I feel. I feel that way when any kind of joke is used, like over and over and over, ad nauseum. For example, the "that's what he said" or "that's what she said" jokes. Those piss me off when people say that all the time after anything that you say. It's like, yeah, I get it. You can make anything dirty. I don't care. Just let me talk. Now, once humor and jokes start getting annoying, that's when it stops being funny, in my opinion. But then I guess I'm also a serious person. I mean, like, I can be light and laid back, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I can also be serious and insightful at the same time. And that's what I like to have my Let's Plays be, you know? I like them to capture the emotion of the game. I like them to be insightful. I like them to be informative. I'll throw in the occasional joke here and there, sure. But other than that, I like it to be a mix. I don't like to just keep to to one way of doing things and then keep it that way. It's good to have variety. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what the person's gonna say. But I guess the people that do have their way of doing things and have a lot of subscribers, I mean, I'm not one to talk. I mean, I don't have many subscribers, right? So, who am I to judge others? But, you know, clearly other people's ways are working for them. And that's cool. We all have our different ways of doing things, and oh my god, I hope that thing dies soon or else I'm gonna be losing this battle. It is literally right in front of the thing. Oh, it's dead. Whew. Okay, deep breath. Oh, this gave me a heart attack. Oh, I thought I was seriously gonna lose that battle, because it was right in front of the switch. And if one of those monsters makes it in front of the switch,
Be careful.
it says guarding failed. And then between where the monster was and where you're standing will be a great big wall. So instead of having a path that you can just run through, an open path, it'll be a closed path. And that means you'll have to take the long way around to get to where you want to go. And that can be really annoying. Aggravating, even. Die, knights, die!
Are you okay?
Somewhere around 80 points.
What's in this chest? Ah, blackberry. Well, I needed it anyway, I guess, so that's fine. Yeah, Yeah, we have to go up that ladder, but I just want to see what's over here first, because I think there's another monster. And there might be some more chests, you never know. I'm someone who has to explore every inch of a dungeon. I have to make sure that I get everything before the boss. Even if it means I have to run around and go to places that I've already been to. Alright, Rena and Claude make a good team. You suck, Bowman. You didn't do anything. I think it would be neat if Bowman's wife could be a playable character and could have come along. That would have been interesting. At least I think that would have been interesting. Bowman has crap. He has nothing. I guess that'll have to do for now. Oh, hello, chest.
The enemy.
Better be careful.
Oh, they're all golden knights too. No matter how many times I see that attack, I still can't get sick of it. And I've played this game, I've owned this game for a lot of years. And I'm still not sick of the Star Flare or the Lunar Light. I really enjoy those two attacks. Oh, that was fast.
Is it already finished? Oh, good.
Okay, Arena. No, I cannot level up your motor mouth skill. That's always what I check. The first two skills I check first is motor mouth for the magic people and cancel for the fighters. And then if there's not enough skill points, then there's usually enough to level up effort at least once. It's got some good stuff. Rena is the one I always have to keep balanced because she's my healer, and I also use her to battle as well, like to fight with physical attacks, so I need to make sure that she's balanced. I really like this music for the dungeon. It has this sort of creepy kind of innocence to it. Marvel Sword for Claude. Very nice.
Well, let's do it.
I have no choice. Star Flare!
Yeah, this dungeon is very long. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Oh, Bowman needs to be healed. The field of intelligence and the field of love are very short. But the field of power and the field of courage are lengthy and maze-like. They can get kind of confusing. Especially the field of courage if you don't know where to go. So it's kind of interesting how they did that. 2 short dungeons and 2 long dungeons. stupid thing. Ouch. Hey, no hitting Celine. Oh, damn.
Well, okay. Shall we go? Rod has advanced forward.
I deserve this.
Okay, Celine, you really gotta start saying something else. Saying, I deserve this all the time is making you sound very conceited. Oh, good. Okay, Claude, what else can I do with you? Oh, Claude, you're like Bowman. You have like nothing. God damn it. Well, there's nothing I can do about that now. I'm sure as hell not starting over again. Oh god, could you imagine if I started this game all over again? Oh, actually I will have to be starting this game all over again once I do Claude's scenario, but that's way down the line. I can't, oh well, I can't play through this game again right after Arena's story. I can't. I don't think you guys would want to see it either. There comes a time where you need a break with certain games. And this is one of them. It would just be too much. I would be Star Oceaned out. Oh, hello there, monster.
The enemy.
Better be careful.
Oh, good. These things are easy. And Bowman still needs to be healed. I know my commentary has been very dry during this video, I really have nothing to talk about. See, Canadians don't say a boot, I say about. About, see? I don't say a boot. Maybe it's only certain areas of Canada. I don't think I have that Canadian accent, I don't know. You Americans, do you think I have that Canadian accent? Or I guess anyone from any other part of the world who recognizes a Canadian accent can answer this too. I'm not going to be discriminatory. It's really tough to see in this cave. It's very dark.
The enemy.
Looks like I must.
Oh,
fight.
Bowman needs to be healed again. Come on, Bowman. Oh, geez, I do too. Okay, I guess I shouldn't talk. Look at those big-ass fairies. They're huge. Where do they come from? I thought that fairies were supposed to be small and teeny tiny with little wings. These are huge fairies. They're like fairy giants. Oh, Claude! Boom! Oh yeah, they're gone. 5,000 HP. Gone.